Hi folks, Doc here. Woke up about a week and a half ago and boom, it was summer. We've been in a heat wave. It's been ridiculous. I swear to God, it was only 2 weeks ago we had that ice storm. Anyways, here's the situation. I haven't shot a video in quite some time. I think it's been, not counting the burnout competition from the other day there. I haven't really done a video in probably a month or so. I'd have to go back and check. And I apologize for that. Hit a little bit of burnout, had a lot going on. Couldn't really do much wrenching. But I think I'm out of the drought now. And I'm here to tell you today that I'm shifting focus. There's a project plan that I'm turning on its head. What? So y'all are familiar with the senseless Suburban build that I started. It does run and drive, obviously. It's on 4 wheels, yada yada yada, and I had a hell of a lot of detail work ahead of me, lock the transaxle, controls. I still don't have gas pedal, anything like that. Now, this thing kind of stalled. I wasn't really feeling it. I was kind of hoping for some options to come along, and some options did start to come along. It's just one of those things where if I bide my time, I know stuff will drop into my lap. That's my privilege showing. Anyways, long story kept as short as possible. This project here is basically getting scrapped. And it's getting scrapped in favor of another, in my opinion, better project. Alright, so here's this old wheel horse I picked up recently. And I gotta hit the books again to refresh my memory as to what exactly the hell it is. Don't remember offhand. I looked it up, I found it, I forget it. It's okay, it's an old wheel horse. It's mid to late 60s. And as you can see, I've pulled the engine out. There's the iron lump right there. A Kohler K241, all iron, heavy as hell, single lunger. Did have it running on starting fluid. Believe the carb needs a little bit of work. I cleaned up the points. She lit. All good. But damn, that thing's heavy. Time to go. About now, y'all are figuring, cool. Just gonna pull the 13 horse Honda GX390 out of that senseless Suburban there and stick it in this thing, right? Well, that's what you'd think, right? Well, you'd be wrong. Wait. What? Yep, you got it. 10 horse diesel. Isn't it gorgeous? Now, it's okay to hate me. It really is. I brought this thing home. My son told me, I hate you. I hate me. It's okay. Guys are killing themselves trying to find these engines, and I just got my second one. I'm sure y'all remember the Diesel Weasel. And this, carrying a different brand, is the same engine. I found the label on this thing, and I think it says Lawn Top or something like that. Another Chinese knockoff, whatever the hell. My last one was branded Power Fist, I think, or something like that. It came from Princess Auto originally. And it is the same engine. It's a 400 and something cubic centimeter, 10 horse, single lung, air-cooled, mechanically injected diesel engine. And I'm going to take this opportunity to throw out a massive, big thank you to my pal Jake. He goes by Gilbert Newman on Facebook. Dude, I really appreciate it, man. He worked, he put this thing up for sale. I couldn't really afford it. He worked with me. We struck up a good deal, and the next thing you know, this thing's landing in my sticky little mitts. So, buddy, thanks, man. So, what we've got here is the same plant you're used to seeing. This is functionally identical to my other one. It appears to be a low hours engine with very little use. There is some corrosion on the aluminum just from, basically exposure to the elements for a while. Not a hell of a long while. I think the one in the Weasel actually looks worse right now. But it's all the same. Everything's as you expect. The only thing missing really is the little bracket with the key switch, which I can deal with that, no problem. Now, one notable difference between this one and the one that I got for the Weasel is that this one does not have the little port that it's in the rocker cover, and you're supposed to unscrew the screw and pour a little bit of oil in for cold starts. This just simply doesn't have that, which is okay because it's not like I ever use it anyways. A neat feature about the gas tank on this one is it's actually got a level indicator. That's kind of cool. This has a half a tank of fuel. Everything else, like I said, is exactly as you would expect to see. Okay, so y'all want to know if this thing runs, right? I thought so. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so we've got the throttle set, we've got a half a tank of fuel, we've got the boosters connected to Suburban Commando, and we've got our Chinese diesel ignition key. Let's see what happens. Apparently I had a bad connection. Alright, so obviously we're looking at a diesel wheel horse, and I decided that a diesel wheel horse, a diesel 1960s wheel horse, trail, off-road, whatever machine, was just a little bit more unique and worth my time and effort, just a little bit more than another gasoline Suburban. Now, you're probably wondering how the one relates to the other, because I'm not taking the engine out of the Suburban, I'm not taking the chassis from the Suburban. Why am I suspending or killing the Suburban project? Senseless. And the answer is really because of the resources available to me at this time. You know, I've got some kick-ass tires front and rear that I can transfer over. I've got lights, I've got a winch, you know, I've got a really nice seat. Might even move those unique fenders over, I don't know. But, you know, I've kind of got a bunch of stuff tied up in this machine, and I've got this one here that's just, as far as I'm concerned, screaming to be built. So, for now, Senseless is dead. It may make a reappearance. Wouldn't really count on it. You know, I've got a perfectly good Suburban. I've got Commando. I still need to do a bunch of things to that, but it's very, very capable. It's very strong. It's very powerful. It's very heavy. It does what I want it to do rather nicely. And if I ever get around to Gorilla, because that's one of those projects that's just backburnered until I'm ready to dive in with both feet, you know, I'll have a diesel Suburban with a 2-cylinder Z480 Kubota. Yet another one? Probably not. I'm probably going to quasi-return Senseless to stock and maybe sell it or something like that. We'll figure that out later. Anyways, meantime, back at the farm, we are definitely doing a diesel wheel horse. Yeah. Of course it is going to take some doing to get this oil burner fitted. There it is, well, loosely where it's got to go. And the gas tank and the airbox and the muffler are clearly in the way. Yeah, I don't think the muffler's going to make it. Anyways, gas tank and airbox for sure. But me rearranging components in order to make something fit where I damn well want it to fit is definitely a concept I am familiar with. This one's going to be a walk in the park compared to the Weasel. So there you have it in a nutshell. I want to take this opportunity to thank you, my loyal subscribers and viewers and followers, for sticking it out with me and, you know, just kind of hanging out through this not too darn many videos drought. Anyways, should be back. Everything's more or less where it ought to be now. And time to get building. So until next time, take care of yourself. We are definitely doing a diesel wheel horse. Yeah. Diesel. I'm gonna cut that part out.